use drawing to ask myself questions like the political topics because I think it is really important to reflect on it, but in a way it's also really personal. I make drawing installations where I try to bring the drawing into sculpture or into a scenography, but still being a drawing. I immediately thought that I wanted to make like this sort of forest installation with the hands. Then slowly they start to build up into all the scenography, you know, that there is in the space. And then slowly I start to build up the narration. That is the way I work. I normally use fragmentation. So through these fragments, I start to tell fragments of the story. It connects through the space and creates a narrative. All Part of Us was a perfect title to connect all the drawings. In the middle of the exhibition here, you can see the forest installation is El Bosque, and it talks about transgenerational trauma because of the dictatorship and the civil war. So I was really interested on this topic, and then I made this installation where actually all the hands are hands that I make photographies from my family, and then I felt the need to make this forest with these hands that they are trying to be together but actually like also having difficulty, and it talks about community, the importance of being together, but also like the difficulty that sometimes it is there because of our difference. And then we have also like animations. It's a room where I talk about more gender topics, like the female body, how it has been depicted in art history. It's a biblical story where Susanna is taking a bath and he's blackmailed by two elders. It's been like quite sad how art history has been depicted her. There's a lot of cutouts of old paintings from the masters that they have been depicting that story. And the second animation is more a reaction on what I think about that story and also connected to the Me Too movement. And then I made for the place this kind of wall drawings that are accompanying the animation, and it feels like that you are in a strange garden where there are animals that are bigger than us, so there's like this kind of twist on power relations. Then there is the blue room. It talks about caregiving as a form of resistance. So I made like this monumental drawing where actually the drawing is like a sort of a shape or architecture. And here actually I wanted to represent caregiving, but not only on biological, but also like as a communal form of resistance to protect and take care. For me, every exhibition is like a chapter of a book, and then for me, like the viewer is like the protagonist, that is who activates the narration that is on the works. And then you find out in the end of the room this black wall where there is like this piece, ojos cerrados. It's the first time I make a work with the eyes closed. Gaze is really important in my work. Sometimes like gaze directs the viewer into a direction or connects works. And in this case, like the figures are closed and it feels like as if they are passive, but they are not passive because all the body is quite active. They are taking care of each other, and you don't know really if they are having a moment of introspection or actually they don't want to see what is outside. So I like when a work starts to ask all these questions, and it's a perfect opportunity to bring these questions to the viewer and then see how the viewer or the protagonist is positioned towards the work.